Little bit of a preface, if I sound sick in this video, it's because I am, but it's not gonna stop me. I've made some videos psychoanalyzing the tradition of the term true cult, and how it usually is used to denote some sort of superiority in the black metal world because you listen to stuff that is so underground that normies would just be turned away from it and repulsed by it. It's a little bit of a cultural abomination that doesn't necessarily always have such a clear-cut definition, and that's actually what the topic of this very video is. True cult as a term is always changing, but not in the way that you usually expect most terms from any genre to change. Anytime you get a very well-established movement, time and time again you'll see as the decades progress there will be sort of this natural evolution and natural progression where terminology changes over time as bands seek to redefine things and as the fans just come to adopt different ideas and mentalities where the music is concerned. But when you look at true cult, it's almost like a de-evolution where there's so much more value put on the more underground you go, the better you are. And so many of the bands that once constituted being considered true cult status, they slowly lost their spark and people don't consider you true cult if you listen to them anymore as more and more people become aware of them and they become a little bit desensitized to the names and sounds of a lot of classic black metal. Which is kind of funny considering true cult started as being sort of this paying homage to the past, and if you like the underground black metal of the 80s and 90s, you were in the cool kids club. You had this aura of superiority around you and were considered better than the normies that tainted the reputation of the genre, especially in the 2010s when you had black gaze come around, and the 2000s when a lot of American black metal started to ruin the scene in a lot of purist minds. The dial has been turned into such an opposite direction that you can't even listen to some of the classic Norwegian bands or some of the oldies and be considered true cult because too many people listen to them and know about them. So if you're a fan of projects like Venom and Bathory and Celtic Frost, Mayhem, Darkthrone, Emperor, you're not necessarily having the same level of true cult status as maybe you once did. Because In the Nightside Eclipse or Transylvanian Hunger or Bathory's self-titled album are not considered as underground as you necessarily have to be let into the cool kids club. So where exactly does the definition concrete lie? Because it seems like the goalpost is always being moved away. Does it only have to be you listen to some underground solo black metal project from 3 years ago from rural Lithuania that has 5 listeners? Or is it more of an energy that you give to the music itself? And I truly want to know by people that are just so down the rabbit hole of black metal that you have a definition in your head, because I have never heard a really straightforward definition of it. It's simultaneously a status and a standard that is held to such a high regard, but no one can really consistently tell me what it even fucking means. And everyone has to start somewhere. No one just comes out of the womb being interested in the most raw lo-fi of black metal music. And so you might think someone's a normie because they're only listening to the popular black metal projects or the more popular black metal projects of the past or like adjacent black metal projects, but they may end up falling down the same pipeline as you, and you have to understand there has to be introduction bands. Just because black metal is cold and unwelcoming and the whole community has always been built on the outsiderness of trying to push people away and be anti-music in a way, it doesn't mean that there aren't still the possibilities of having gateway bands, and they're not selling out because these are the bands that started black metal. And it's just funny to me that those bands, that you're sort of punishing and penalizing people for liking those bands or getting into black metal via those bands because it's not true cult enough. I understand that there's sort of this quality control in black metal, and that's very valid. I respect it. I am very anti-purist and gatekeeping, but I understand the nature of wanting to keep a standard of quality within your genre. But to keep that standard of quality, you kind of have to have a concrete definition of what that quality even entails, because it seems like it's a different definition for everyone. No one can give a clear-cut meaning of what it is. Is it an energy? Is it how you look and dress? Is it how you act? Is it the bands you listen to? Does rawness and low fidelity matter? Is it something about the quality of the music itself? Is it the decade that they came from? Does newer black metal constitute true cult, or does it only have to be older stuff? Does it have to be some cold demo that was made in 1988, or can it be newer music as well? Where exactly do you define where true cult starts and ends? Because I have seen some underground black metal YouTubers talk about records that are true cult, and I have not seen a consistency throughout the whole discography of whatever they're talking about. Just some food for thought. What are your guys' opinions of this topic? You can let me know down in the comment section below, and if you use the term true cult cult? Where exactly do you draw the line and define it? You can let me know down in the comment section below. I can't wait to hear it. Agree or disagree, there is no wrong answer. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is, my name is Jay Morris, and I'm signing off saying farewell.